So we're going to push forward learning about GitHub and also learning about Unix command line scripting, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be using WebStorm in this class. You could use either WebStorm or Sublime or whatever you want to use. But if you want to follow along with me, you should start WebStorm also. So once WebStorm is started, choose to open a new project. So we're going to open it. And I said open a new project, open a project. So we already have a folder created. And then go to whatever folder you had created. Mine was inside Documents. Just check and make sure it's not there. Inside Documents, I have Creating Websites. Click OK. And it says Can't Start Git. So I'm going to choose Fix It. And it's asking for a path to the Git executable. And this is something that can sometimes be a little bit hard to troubleshoot. But if I test that, it's not going to work. And so the path here is C, users, all of that stuff right there. And basically, I just need a new code. I don't know why that code shifts. So I'm just going to bring this over. And I need to go to, and then drop it in there. And hit enter. Let's see what it brings up. So I'm at C users TM app data local GitHub. And I need portable Git, which is right there. I'm going to open that. And I need bin and I need Git exe, which cd Git exe. So now I can click on all that and then copy that. And you'll notice here the numbers are slightly different. So I'm just going to paste all that in. And you might be asking, Todd, how the hell did you ever figure that out? And that's a really good question. But now if I test it, hey, it found the exe, it's running. I hit OK. That little error goes away. And the way I found it is I typed in WebStorm Git or find Git exe. So I went to Google. And I put find Git exe Windows, which is a little bit redundant. But then I saw this Stack Overflow, and Stack Overflow is a website, if you don't already know about it, where developers ask and answer each other's questions, and it's awesome. So it's definitely a tool that you will become very familiar with if you go into programming, and including web programming. And so here at Stack Overflow, it said basically, this is what you do, which is what I just showed you. So now that that's all set up, which, you know, it just is basically to get rid of an error, I'm going to go to my folder here, and I'm going to right-click it, and I'm going to choose New File. And this is just a plain file, and it's just going to be test.txt. And it's a test text file, and now it's asking add files to Git. And I'm going to do this manually, but you know, we could also do it this way, that's fine. So, okay. And here is a test file. And I'm going to save that. And if I go back to my shell, my command line, and I do print working directory, where am I? I'm in creating websites. If I do list them all, I have this test.txt. Now I'm going to teach you some new commands. And these commands are Git commands. So they're not Unix commands. You use them at the Unix terminal, but they are commands that tell Git what to do. So if you're not in a folder that has the .git extension, if that .git extension is not there, if you're in some other folder, so for instance, I am now in my Documents folder, and if I do an lsla, there is no .git in here. And if I ran those commands in here, they would not work. So I need to make sure that I'm in a folder where I have the .git, and these commands will work. So I'm going to type in git status, and it gives me a status. And it says, hey, you got some stuff going on. And some of what it says is you're on branch master. Your branch is up to date with origin master. And I know this might be totally Greek to you if you've never worked with GitHub. But I will show you a little bit more about how GitHub works in the next video. And it says changes to be committed, changes not staged for commit, untracked files. So the first thing I want to do is after git status, I want to type in git add period. And that adds all of the files. And now if I type in git status again, everything is green, and it says changes to be committed. So now I can say git commit-am, and adds test text file. So the git commit dash AM is the M means add a message, and the message is adds text file. And you're going to see how this all works in a second. And now, and just add that, if I get status, it says down here, I'm just going to change my window. I'm going off the screen a little bit. There we go. Get status. It says your branch is ahead of origin master by 1 commit. So that basically means that origin master is, I have master on my computer and origin master. So up here, right, your branch is up to date with the origin master, you're on branch master, right? And origin master is basically the remote one. And so now if I do get push, and I know you might be like, hey, I don't get any of this, just hang in there. They're just a few commands. It is now connecting to GitHub, the web server, the computer, not my computer, a different computer, and it took all of my files and it pushed them up to the website. So let me show you that. So if I go back here to GitHub and I refresh this page, I now have that text file up here on the web, my test file, right? So I push that file up. And watch this. If I go back to this file, and now I'm adding a new line, save it. I just saved that, Control S. And I go back to my command line, I say get status, because you gotta remember, where are we again? We are in creating websites directory. And if we look at that, we see it's got the .git hidden file, which means, hey, GitHub works in this folder. And so now if I say get status, I can use git commands in this folder since that git magic file is there. If I say get status, it says, you know what, you changed that test file. You changed it, right? It says, hey, changes not staged for commit. These haven't been staged for commit. Okay, well, let me stage them. And get add period adds them for staging. So if I do get status again, it says, hey, these are all ready to be committed now. And so if I do get commit AM, adds second line to test text file, right? And now if I do get status, it says, you know, hey, you're what's it say? Where did I do my get status? Get status on branch master. Your branch is ahead of origin master by 1 commit. So now if I do a get push, it's pushing them all back up to the website. And now if I come back over to the website and I go back here and I say, all right, let me check that out. Here's the test file. And now I'm adding a new line. But now, if I look at my commits for this website, it says here's where it adds the test text file, the original one. Here's where I add a second line to the test text file. So it's a pretty powerful tool. And it has a lot of depth to it. And so you're just going to get started with some of the basic stuff. And what you need to know is you know, first of all, you need to remember the Unix commands we went over in the previous video, but then you also have get status. You have get add period, which adds everything. You have get commit -am and then a message, right? And you have get status again, and you have get push. That's it. So those are the commands. They're get status, get add period, get commit -am, and then quotes in your message, and then also get push. So get status, get add period, get commit -am message, get push. Those are the 4 commands that you should learn from this video.